Gear Whore, the AV Slut. On this episode of Gear Whore, the AV Slut. Okay, we're going to talk about, this is Gustavo Adolfo Uribe here, by the way. And I'm going to talk about my growing pains of video production, okay? This is the shit that they don't tell you about video production when you don't know shit about video production and you're learning. Sabes que. Okay, so here's the shit that they don't tell you about video production. Alright, when you're going into it, or like when you're trying to learn. Because this is what my growing pains were. So I'm gonna teach you guys, if you're getting into it, you know, some of the growing pains. And basically, dude, they don't really teach you, or it's not really known, like how really expensive it is to get a high quality looking production, like a professional looking production. You know, I don't know, it's definitely more accessible with technology, you know, but I find that, you know, you're always going to be, you know, trying to keep up with technology, you know, no matter what, Cholo, technology can be your best friend, is your frenemy, your best frenemy, because, you know, it's like with audio, you know, every single fucking year, something new comes out. You're like, fuck, I gotta get this shit, I gotta get that shit, I gotta get this shit, I gotta get that shit. Because stuff becomes obsolete, you know? And it just starts not to work after a while, you know? Like, you know, when I had audio stuff, I had like this little Pro Tools M box. And it was like $700, and then I had it for like 5 years, and then they just, you know, the drivers didn't work on there, and I couldn't even fucking use it, and the hardware was still good. And I had to buy another one. It was like ridiculous. That's why I hate Pro Tools, by the way, if you're watching. And I know they changed it now, so it's like you could use any hardware with like whatever with the software, but I don't give a fuck anymore. I moved on. I broke up. So anyways, so that's the growing pains with video production, is that they don't tell you how fucking expensive it really is to get high quality looking video. So here it is, man. It's like it all starts with the lens. You gotta have a nice lens. You gotta get then it's the camera, right? But then you realize that different lenses do different things. So like when I first got this camera, it came with a kit lens. It was like GH4 with the kit lens, 14 to 140 millimeters or some shit like that. And I'm like, cool, I got a fucking lens now. I can go shoot some music videos. And then you get it, and then you realize, wait a minute, whoa. I can't do shit with this fucking lens unless I'm shooting in the sunlight, man. It looks good in the sun, like in the shade, but like indoors or anything like that, man, it's like I can't use this shit. It's like fuck. And they're like, oh, get prime lens. Prime lens are better. Prime lens are faster. Prime lens are better in low light. All right, get some fucking prime lens. And I got some vintage Nikon non-AIs, which seem like looking at the YouTubes, it seemed like, oh man, those lenses look pretty nice, you know, and they're cheap too. But you know, then you know got to get the adapter, and then you realize, oh fuck, well that can't use the fucking lens because half of that fucking shit is cropped. and then you get the fucking Metabone speed booster, right? That's another $600. Luckily, I got it for $300 at Sammy's Camera because I got the open box version, and they couldn't find it in the back. So thank you, sirs. But then you get that, and then you realize, well, uh, that then you got to, the audio. You got to find a way to get clean audio, right? And then you got to like sync it in post. And then you realize, man, that fucking nice 4K footage, I can't even play it on my fucking computer because it's too slow. So now I gotta get a new computer, right? Which is in the works. In another month, I'm gonna get a new computer with the new with the fucking, um, uh, high, expensive graphics card and shit. But I could, with the technology now, I think I'm pretty confident looking at with the shit that they could do on YouTube. There's people building pretty nice setups for like $600, $800. I'm cool with that. A GTX graphics card, 6 GB is like 200, $250 now. So it's like, all right, cool. And I'm just gonna just use it for video production. Like no fucking porn or anything like that. Just video production, okay? So anyways, so then then the batteries, and then you got to get a fucking backpack or some type of thing, and you got to get the fucking tripod. Then you got to get the fucking lights. You got to get the stands for the lights. Then you got to get this fucking fly cam or steady cam, whatever the hell you want to call it, some that cool shit to help it steady to do these cool shots. All that shit, and I bought all that shit, put it on credit cards because I wanted to make music videos. And then so finally I'm able to do that now. But then you realize, like, I got the lenses and shit, and then you realize, like, man, like, I'm still struggling with wide angles and low light with the GH4. And the GH4, you can do everything on it, but you're still, you're like a salmon going upstream. You can do everything, but you're kind of like, fighting it. And I love this camera, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, fuck, man, maybe I should, get another camera too. Not sell this one, but get another camera so I can fit my full frame, lenses on there. And I'm thinking about, my friend has a C100 that he shoots comedy shows with, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty sweet camera. And I was thinking maybe I could use the GH4 as like a B cam. That way I can do like all the slow motion stuff on the GH4, and then just use that C100 for like, regular shit. Cause now I'm starting to get into the professional level shit where I need shit that can, work in low light. And professional video cameras have like that neutral density filter thing on there, so like it's like really easy to do professional shit. It's just like, okay, just, fucking press record and it's gonna work. So that's where I'm at right now. So those are my growing pains in video production, and I think that it's gonna, it's always gonna be that way. It's always gonna be that way until you have like a steady set of reliable shit. But even then, it's just like, no matter what path you take, it's gonna be like 5-10 grand, And just imagine, like, back in the days, earlier, it must have been a lot more than that. But then you think about, like, well, man, this is an expensive fucking hobby, dude. I mean, even if you're a professional, dude, it's like even more so. Um, but that's the growing pains. That's the shit that I'm learning. And the same thing with audio, man. But I will say this though. In audio land, the most important thing is the microphones. And the microphones, if you go to any world class studio, they always have the same microphones. They always got the fucking Neumanns for condenser mics. U87 or M149 for vocals, and then they got the pencil mics for like everything else. And then every and those mics are like $5,000 and up or some shit. And then it's just they always have those because a good microphone is like the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? It all starts with the microphone. So in the cameras, it's the same thing in video because those lenses are gonna cost more than the fucking camera. Especially with those fucking movie lenses. I'm like, damn, dude, it's like $40,000 for a fucking lens and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what? Must be nice, Cholo. And then that's like why, you know, like movies are so fucking expensive is because everybody's on a payroll, everybody has a specific job, and just to rent the fucking shit must be a fortune. And you gotta feed those fuckers, so that's why movies cost billions of dollars. But when you do shit low budget with the technology these days, it seems accessible, but it's really it's really not that accessible, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that there's a lot of uh, maybe for photographers now it's a little bit more accessible, um, but depending on what type of shooting you're doing. But for video, nah, I don't think so, man. I mean, I don't think so, man. There's always got to be shit that you need to get, you know. Um, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It really is. Um, Fuck it. There it is. That's my growing pains. There it is. You're welcome. Bye.